it's Erica back on the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel. However, I have forgotten to film parts of this video. I'm really sorry about that. I'm actually going to be coloring the Peony Parade stamp set today. I have stamped it up and heat embossed it in Opaque Bright White embossing powder from Wow Embossing, and I'm going to be using Karin markers to color. So we are going to also be using one of these water fillable paintbrushes. So one way to add a really dramatic look on your watercoloring with these markers is to first wet your image, and then we're gonna take the marker and add the magic. Yes. So it sounds very daunting, but it really is quite simple. So this one is magenta, and we are going to zoom in a little bit and look at this. All I'm doing is just putting that marker in the water and going along the line of the petal. And then we're gonna blend a little bit, just a little bit. And then we're gonna leave it to dry. Or actually, we're gonna move on to the next one and we're just gonna leave it to dry. That is it. Super easy, right? Honestly, this is such an easy way to color, and it doesn't require a lot of skill. It doesn't require a lot of practice or anything like that. All you need is one of those brushes or a glass of water and a clean paintbrush. Add water, dip your marker where you want the color, and then you just blend a little bit. That is it. You get such a natural and beautiful look by painting and coloring this way. It's insane. And also, another fun thing is that because it's water and it's color, you're never gonna get the same look, exactly the same look on any single one. So it's gonna be very unique and very pretty. So it's a win-win, really. Plus, it's so fun to see like the color just swirling around and seeing what happens, you know, and how it kind of ends up reacting. So, oh, super fun. And I will only use the one marker on all of these flowers, and you will see it will look like this, like 2 or 3 minimum, but it really is just the one and water. That's it. Yes, I know, kind of crazy, isn't it? So I'm going to go into double speed here just so that we're not here all day, but again, you can see super easy peasy, water, bit of ink, blend, and we're going to create some magic. So I really hope that if you have these markers and you've been feeling intimidated by them, that you will try this technique, because it is such an easy kind of introduction to using Karin markers by still getting some spectacular results. It really is fun, it's easy, and a unique look every single time. So, you know, please watch this several times if you feel like you need to, and then just go for it yourself, because honestly, the results speak for themselves. They really do. Because I'm such a fan of coloring with this way, I have actually already pre-colored a whole panel of this. That one, I did think that the camera was recording, but the battery died after 2 minutes, so I ended up having to do it again. Ooh, poor me, eh? But we are gonna have a quick little close-up look of this one now. And although it's still wet and it does need to dry, I mean, look at that. It just looks so natural and pretty, and you get that kind of veiny look that you have on flowers as well. And this is the first one I colored. And this one I used the same magenta, but only less ink. So for this one, I wanted to go a little bit darker so that you can see that you can get 2 very different looks from using only one single marker. So I'm going to do this little bud here as well. We're going to do this in ×4, but again, you can see that it's super easy. Just add lots of water, add a bit of color. And on this one, I'm going to add a little bit more, because I do kind of feel like, you know, buds tend to be a little bit more colorful usually. And then, you know, the flower opens and it's prettiness. So these are the greens, and I just realized that you can't see what they are, but it is a lime green and olive green. So we are going to add those to our leaves, and we're going to do kind of the same way here. So we're going to add water, and then we're going to add a little bit of the lime green and a little bit of the olive green. So the premise for this is, because the lime green is kind of very pale green, I wanted that olive green to just add in a little bit of contrast and a little bit more sort of life to the green. So if that makes sense, I hope it makes sense. But we are going to zoom in a little bit again. so you can really see just how I'm kind of working the colors here. So we're not going to put them all over, we're going to put a little bit. So first the water and then the lime green, we're going to blend that out a little bit, add a tiny dot of that olive green, and then we're going to blend that out into our lime green for just a tiny bit of contrast. Then we're going to leave that to dry, and we're going to move on to the stem and the rest of the flowers and the leaves. And then if you feel like once you finish coloring everything, it needs more depth and detail, you can just go in and add more. That is not a problem. It doesn't add, it doesn't make it look like you've overworked the image, because these are watercolor markers. So you just keep building up your colors and your depth and your details and all of that until you're happy. So yeah, honestly, these markers are just so versatile, and they're so easy to bring you with your traveling as well. So, and I should know because I'm currently in the US instead of at home in Spain. So yes, definitely worth the investment of Karin markers if you're liking watercoloring and you like to color on the go. So I did finish that coloring, but I put that aside and decided to use the one that I did that didn't film instead, because that one is dry and ready. And we're going to take our 1-piece die cut and we're going to cut this right out. So we're going to put this onto our platform in the die cutting machine, and then we're going to use a little bit of post-it tape to make sure that this die does not move when it's running through the machine. So we want all of this beautiful coloring to be cut out perfectly and not all like askew. So we're going to put this down, secure it into place, and then we're going to run it through as we usually do. But the difference being that everything is going to get cut out in one go. And I love this feature so much because it's just makes life so much easier for sure. So here we go. This is all in real time, no speeding up or anything like that. And it's just so easy. Honestly, this is a game changer, I think. So we're going to pop all of these out, and then we are going to keep making a card because, we're not here just to color, we're here to make a card as well. But yeah, look at that. Pop, pop, pop. And they're all out. So yeah, I'm still a little bit like, whoa, about this feature. So yeah. But for our background, I decided I'm going to use a crop around cover die and a white card base, because I wanted the flowers to be like center stage star of the show for this, because I did think that they came out pretty, or very pretty. Okay, jibber-jabbering like a lunatic now, as always. But there you have it. So some of this we are going to not like rush through, but we are going to do a couple of little things in a little bit of a sped up fashion. But first off, what we're going to do is we're going to practice our layout, make the card base, add our actual cover plate to the card base, and then we are, so what I normally do is I like kind of puzzle all of my pieces around to see what's going to go where, blah, blah, blah. And then normally I pick them up with some press and seal, but I don't actually have any press and seal here. So what we're going to do instead is I'm going to take a photo of that, and then I'm going to use that as my like reference when I'm sticking everything back onto the card. So with a little bit of Barely Arts glue, we are going to stick this background to our card base, and then we are going to get the phone out. We're going to use that photo as a reference of where everything is going to go. And then we're going to add a sentiment and a touch of little bling-a-ling-a-ling. Yes. Okay. So I'm not surprised about the addition of bling-a-ling, because I do love the bling-a-ling, and at the moment I am surrounded by the sparkles because I am in the Crafty Meraki studio filming this. So I had to. I had no choice. So yeah. But with this photo reference, it was super easy to just add everything back where it was supposed to go, or where I had planned it to go. So it does take a little bit longer than using the press and seal method, but this works just as well if you don't have press and seal, because I know that's not available everywhere. So definitely think about this for those times when you're like, I really like this layout, but I can't move it off my card base without ruining it. So take a photo and then move on. And you might have noticed as well that I've ripped one of the leaves off to kind of change direction of it. And don't be afraid to do that either, because sometimes you just have to. It just makes sense. So Here is the finished sort of glue down flower cards, and then we're going to get a bling-a-linging, and also we are going to get a sentiment. But yeah, I'm liking where this is going. So for this bling, I decided to use the Fairy Garden blings or gems because they have this like really pretty iridescent sort of almost pinky lavenderish haze to them, and I really like that, so they go with everything. And then the sentiment is actually from one of the Effortless Artistry paper collections, and this is the one with all the sentiments, so it's the Gilded Greetings, and I decided to foil it because why not, right? And as I was putting on all of these bling-a-lings, I was, generally you should probably put your sentiment on first, so do what I say and not as I do. That tends to be the running theme of my videos as well. I don't know why. Yeah, seems I can't take a memo from myself. So maybe somebody else needs to send me a memo. So please help a girl out. Yeah, okay. So all of these blings, of course, we have added with the Bling Buddy. And here is our Sparkalicious card. But yes, now we're going to get our sentiment out. So this comes in a paper pack, and I managed to turn it upside down. And we're just going to take a page out, and then we are going to pick some deco foil to actually add the Sparkalicious with it, or to it. Now I had 3 different colors out here, but I pretty much instantly knew this was going to be the one, because it's like silver holographic stars. And yeah, instantly, like as soon as I decided on the Fairy Gardens, it was like, oh, this is going to be the one. But I kind of wanted to give the other foils a chance, like equal opportunity foil situation. But yeah, this one was going to win for sure. So the only thing that I'm not a fan of with these ones is that they all like rolled up into the same like tube. So it's not like easy to get them out, or it's easy to get them out, but it's not convenient, if you like. It's just tends to kind of be, you have to take them all out, get a sheet out, and then roll them all up again. It's just, there's got to be a better way, right? Surely. No? Okay. Well, anyway, so we are going to use that one, and then we're going to get a Mink machine warmed up. We're going to put all that paper and the foil into some carrier sheet, and we're going to run this through. So this is sped up 4 times, so this is not how fast it goes at all. But I thought, we're not going to sit here for like 2 minutes to watch paper go through the Mink machine. So this is the good bit. Peeling off the foil is the good bit. Look at the magic. Yes, I can't be the only one who gasped a little bit in delight of that. Look at that. Oh, it's so cool. And this one has a coordinating die cut as well that cuts everything out in one go. So we're going to do that right now. Yes. And then once I have cut all of these out, I also did cut out an extra couple of the sentiments that I actually wanted. So this one is a happy birthday. So I then cut out pieces of cardstock to fit in the happy birthday bit, so I didn't have to cut out all of the extras as well, which if you are going to use them all, why not? But I knew that I was only going to use the happy birthday this time, so I thought let's just keep the waste to a minimum, and we're going to add, I did cut out 3 extra pieces, but I decided to only use 2 because it added enough height as it was with the 2 and then the foil piece on top. So sometimes you got to rein yourself in, and I was a little bit surprised that I managed to do that this time because there's so much else going on this card. But yes, a little bit of a pat on the back for me for that one, I think. But once we had that onto our card, with a little bit of glue as well, that helps. This is finished, and I really, really hope you have enjoyed this card and all the bling-a-ling. I am definitely back into my bling era. And don't forget to subscribe to the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will be back with more crafty shenanigans and bling-a-ling tours very, very soon again. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic week.